Ooh, how's that bronchitis?
You guys want to know my goddamn? Actually, it's not really bronchitis related, but I ain't got no voice, and it's my fucking week to tell a goddamn story, guys.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to have to deal with it.
You sound like Marge.
Marge. I can't do that. Oh, my God. You guys, I'm going to probably cough through for the Patreons, I'm going to cough through so much of this. I'd like to formally apologize now.
God damn!
Listen,
I don't know.
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
But we got here.
And to answer your question about my bronchitis, I guess it's all right. I don't know. I went to the fucking doctor and he didn't even listen to my goddamn lungs.
Nuh-uh.
No.
Isn't that what they're supposed to do? To make sure it's not like pneumonia and you're going to die or
You
whatever?
would think bare minimum. And then all of a sudden I got a sinus infection after that. And so
Probably
on
from the
top of no voice and everything else, I got this ball of snot trying to drip down the back of my fucking throat.
That's so gross.
Trying to off me every 5 fucking seconds. So that'll be a journey too.
I saw you struggling with it earlier. I almost threw up.
I'm literally kind of starting to struggle, but we can't talk about it.
No, can't talk about the danglers.
Is that what we call them? The danglers? Lieutenant Dangler. That's what I named my snot balls. That's gross. Anyways,
they
my
don't have
goddamn is that I
legs.
don't have a voice.
Yeah.
What's your
is.
goddamn?
My goddamn, I actually texted to you immediately after it happened because I was so fucking mortified at myself.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I was at like a work event too, so I had to like reread it a couple times to
Like,
like
what
get the whole
happened?
story.
Oh my God. I went to Target yesterday to get Christmas presents and all this other bullshit, right? And I was in that aisle with all those stupid tumblers, like, that don't fit in your fucking shelves or cupboards or whatever, but for some reason everybody buys them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's perfect. I'll annoy someone else with this.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at those, and
Love
this guy walks by. He walks between me and the tumblers, and he knocks one down, and he said, too big to be in this aisle. And I looked at the tumbler, and it was enormous. It was a really big tumbler, and he put it back up on the shelf, and I said, no kidding.
Oh no.
God. He looked at me, and I was just looking straight, because, like, I was just looking at the tumbler. It was like, yeah, no kidding, that one is too big to be in this shelf.
No.
This motherfucker was talking about himself.
Was he kind of large?
No, he was just, like, he was a big dude, but he wasn't, like, obese or anything. I didn't even
Okay.
fucking look at him that much.
Well, then hopefully maybe he was just like, oh, she didn't
my
know what I was
God.
talking about.
I ran out of that aisle so fucking fast.
You're
I
like,
was
fuck the Tumblr idea.
Oh my God, I felt so fucking bad. He's like, he basically said, I'm too big to be in this aisle. And I was like, gross. Yeah, you are. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking mortified.
I'm sure he either didn't hear it.
Oh, he heard it. He looked at me like, are you fucking serious? And I was just looking forward like, why is that a weird thing to say? Like, well, I'm not going to look. I don't want to engage this person further, you know? And then I was like, oh, fuck.
And then you got RBF so hard, too.
I do, especially when I'm not trying to talk to other people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
You know what, though? It's okay because you're never going to see this person again, and that wasn't your intention.
Yeah, fine. But he's
Hopefully-
going to think about it every fucking night before he goes to bed for the rest of his life.
He's going to go off himself.
Yeah.
Some random bitch in Target.
What if I was his fucking 13th reason?
Oh, how unfortunate that would be. But also, he probably chose that journey when he came to this life. He's like, you know what's going to get off me?
Is this bitch in Target?
Yeah. Yeah. And he was like, sign my soul up.
Oh my God. I felt so fucking bad. I immediately text you to be like, help. I need to tell someone what happened.
You immediately texted in all caps. I was like, this shit is serious
It was
right now.
so serious. I like ran down different aisles and went hiding because I was like, I can never see this person again. I'm not even sure what he looked like. I've tried to fucking trauma block him from my brain.
You probably did successfully.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
at some random like kids sporting event, he's going to show up as one of the dads.
Yeah, and he's gonna fucking kill me. I've been looking for you.
He's going to be like, I always thought you were a bitch when I first met you.
On account of you said I was too big to fit down the fucking aisles at Target. Like, technically, you said it.
I just agreed.
Oh my God, I felt so bad.
Aww.
So bad. And I wanted to be like, no, I was just, but I'm not that person, so I just ran away. Fucking sorry.
Oh my God, I hate when you over-explain too when the person is not engaging with you and you're just like,
And it's
I would
like,
like to die further now. I
Yeah.
thought I wanted to die back there and now I really want to die.
Yeah, now it's worse. I was just like, nope, take your loss and go.
Smart. Smart of you, honestly, because you never know which way that can go.
No, exactly.
Not worth the risk.
God. Yeah.
Oh my God, you poor soul.
You know, I've just apparently forgotten how to fucking behave in public.
Honestly, same. I think we all have since the pandemic.
No kidding.
And it's just getting worse as we go on, you know? Also, we're getting older, Erin. We're on the other side of 30, so it's like...
Now we're the crotchety old people who can just say anything.
It sucks. And then we're like not willing to change our old ass opinions either.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh my gosh, just fucking old
God.
lady over here.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Sir, if you listen, which I highly doubt.
Oh my God.
You are not too big for that aisle.
You were perfect.
You're perfect.
You're a beautiful soul.
You're just as you're intended to be. And that was an enormous tumbler.
And I thought you were talking about the tumbler.
And I was like, yeah, why is it in this aisle? It should have been with the buckets. I don't know.
The lawn care.
Yeah. God, that's my life, you know?
Listen, we've all been there. We've all done something like that before.
Yeah.
I can't think of mine, but I for sure.
It's those ones that you think about when you're falling asleep and your brain is like, remember that time in 3rd grade?
And you said that one thing,
Yeah.
and then you were mortified for life, and now it's defined who you are as a person forever.
That's
Like you're
gonna be me.
never going to talk to another person in the aisleway of Target.
Oh, God, no.
You're never going to like engage. It's like you came out just a little bit out of your shell to partake into the world, and you're like, nope, it's not safe out here.
It's not safe out here. Nope, they're not ready for you. Or you're not ready for them.
Oh my God. Okay, I won't say the joke that Erin told earlier today, but I was talking to her about something and she made a joke and she did it so well. I paused for a minute and looked at her like, Jesus. And she was like, it's a joke. And I'm like, I get it now. But for a second, I was like, what? What do you mean? I'm not that mean.
God, I've gotten so bad.
No, you're so good at it. I love it. Are you kidding?
It's the best kind of humor.
It's the fucking best.
Or
You've mastered it.
least
It's like
it
next
is.
level.
in my brain. And then everyone's like, she's a fucking bitch. And I'm like, I was kidding.
Oh my God. But I think I'm starting to take some of it from you. Because when we went out on ladies' night a couple fucking weekends ago or whatever, and that one gal,
Oh, yeah.
like me and this one gal got kind of into it, but not really. I was just kind
No.
of I was being my Karen self. And she was
Yeah.
like, you're kind of being rude. And I was like, well, that lady's being rude, so I don't give a fuck. And you could tell she was uncomfortable. And then, well, rightfully so, whatever. And then we like had this moment of like, we're good, right? Like everything's okay. Because she didn't know me that well. And I was like, oh, we're good. And Erin just started fucking laughing because she knew I was kidding. And this girl's face just dropped like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, no,
is
I'm
this
kidding.
bitch mad at me?
She has to hate me so much.
Probably. We'll never see her again.
I will.
You might.
I
Yeah.
100% will, and I'll make up for it. Like, I'm not really a bitch. I thought it was funny. I don't know why. It's because I have fucking Erin in my life, man.
It's because I thought it was hilarious.
You caught onto it the moment it left my mouth. And you were like, because you guys were like best friends that night, and you're like,
Yeah.
she's just joking.
It's a joke. See, I need you to follow me around to be like, she was joking. It's fine.
It's a joke. Don't you like dry humor?
Really, really, really dry humor with that straight resting bitch face. Nope. At a certain point, you're just a fucking bitch.
Honestly, and I think we're just at that age that we've accepted it, and we just walk around our life that way.
But I still think it's funny.
It's really funny.
I go
It
home
is
and I laugh
really
to
funny.
myself.
The joke you said earlier, fucking spot on. I wish I would have laughed right away. So you want to hear about murder?
I do, actually.
While I still have some semblance of a voice.
Yeah.
So this week, I'm going to tell you about Jamie Faith.
Okay.
So again, I don't have anything about the before times.
Per usual.
But in October of 2020.
Ooh, recent.
Yeah, very recent. Jamie Faith was an IT director for American Airlines
Oh,
living
okay.
in Dallas, Texas.
All right.
What do you think an IT director for American Airlines does?
Troubleshoots shit. Well, she probably have other people to troubleshoot shit.
Jamie's actually a guy.
Oh. He has
Way too
assume his gender.
honestly.
My bad.
Yeah, get it together.
Jaime.
Jaime. He looked white.
Jamie.
James.
James. I would assume he oversees the IT department.
Honestly, there was one picture of him like out on the runway in like one of those vests, you know?
Why?
I know, that's why I was like, maybe he's not in the IT department. And then I thought, is that a fancy way of saying that they like pull in the planes, you know, like the guys with the wands? What are they called?
Air traffic controllers?
Oh yeah, you're so smart.
Well, that's like the guy in the tower. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
would think that it's similar to that. Like they are directing the traffic. Maybe
Yeah,
they're like
traffic directors.
ground traffic controllers, not air traffic controllers.
Maybe I don't know what they're called, but
I'll
I
ask my dad.
would love that job. Except for I guess it's really loud down there.
Yeah, but they have those big old headphones. I just love watching them dance. Like sometimes they get
Hell
really
yeah,
into
that's what
it.
I do all the fucking time. I'd be so buff from
Yeah.
holding those batons.
You have to practice on the weekends.
Okay, so anyway, he works at American Airlines, living in Dallas, Texas, and he was married to a woman by the name of Jennifer Faith. And at this point, they had been married for 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
And she worked as a speech therapist. I don't know where. And they had a child together. I don't know how old the child was. So far, I'm telling you so much information.
Listen, I've got the gist.
Yeah, I'm painting the picture, okay?
That's what this podcast should have been called.
The gist.
The gist.
God damn, that would have been a great name. Should we do a
Patent pending.
second? Should we do a second one where like we don't actually research, we just like tell each other shit we remember?
Yeah. I'll give you the gist of what happened.
I love
That's
it.
pretty much what this is.
I bet that's already fucking taken. The gist.
Probably.
What a great idea. Okay. By all accounts, they had a very happy and normal marriage, and everything was going fine until one early morning in October.
Uh-oh.
Jamie and his wife decided to go on a walk, and they were going to take their dogs out to go to the bathroom or whatever, exercise them before the day. So it's early morning, like 6, 7-ish in the morning.
Gross.
Yeah. Only moments after they had left their front door, a random person who was wearing a green face mask, like a COVID face mask,
Okay.
ran up to the couple and shot Jamie 7 times.
That's a lot of time.
Once in the head. At least once in the head. I don't know where everything else was. 7 times. Like at point blank. Like
Yeah.
he's there.
And his wife was just there.
right next to him. And she's screaming, freaking out, right?
As
Like,
she
holy
would.
shit,
Yeah.
she's being attacked. The person then turns to Jennifer and they like knock her to the ground and duct tape her hands together and try to steal the rings off her hands.
Okay.
And then fucking runs away, hops in a black truck, and drives off. Okay? So,
Okay.
fucking random attack. Jennifer's obviously laying on the ground, duct taped, screaming next to her dead husband, and she's asking for help. Several neighbors hear the gunshots and the screams and everything, and they come out. They see a man laying on the ground, and they call 911.
Yeah.
So the police arrive, and it's obvious that Jamie had died instantly.
Oh, God.
And I had heard, because I think there's like an episode of 48 Hours or something. I'll link it in my show notes. But I guess a neighbor had come over, like a neighbor who knew the couple really well.
Mhm.
They had just recently moved or something. And they came, when they heard the news, they came. And Jamie was just laying in the road. Like they didn't put a blanket or anything over him. How sad is that?
Well, I don't necessarily think I would do that.
Isn't that like protocol, that like blue tarp? They just like, it's like, they
Were, like-
fucking tarp horses out on the racetrack. Come on.
Were like the first responders there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like they're,
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah,
I
like
thought you
it-
meant like, and this bitch didn't even run back inside to grab
Jamie?
her grandma's Afghan.
no,
Like,
no. Like the police and everybody's around there and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
right.
Yeah, usually they cover it.
Or at least park a bunch of cars around it in a circle or some shit so you can't see it.
Something.
Point your headlights in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something better than just nothing.
Yeah.
And he got shot in the fucking head, man.
Oh,
That's
God.
rude.
And his poor wife is just there on scene having
Oh,
to
my
see that for that
God.
long.
There's nothing more rude than getting shot in the head.
Honestly.
That's what I always say.
That's peak disrespect.
For sure. Did your mom teach you nothing?
Whoa. Not in the head.
Okay, so they begin questioning Jennifer, the police,
Mm-hmm.
and they're asking, like,
Did
what
you
happened?
have any fucking enemies?
Yeah, exactly. Like, who would want Jamie dead? And she's like, abso-fucking-lutely no one.
Yeah.
And they were like, describe the man that attacked you. And she's like, a guy, or describe the person. And she said it was a man wearing a green face mask with black eyes, is what she said.
Oh, he's a demon.
He's a demon. And that she didn't recognize him or anything. She doesn't know anybody who'd want him dead. He's like the nicest guy in the whole entire world. They don't have any kind of issues, no beef with any of the neighbors, nothing. There's no fucking leads on that front.
Okay.
And friends and families and shit are all questioned. And they all say the same thing. Like, literally nobody knows who would want Jamie dead.
Okay. He's just an IT guy.
Yeah, like maybe a disgruntled employee at work, but there was none of that.
Yeah.
And it was so targeted. Like, they didn't kill Jennifer.
Yeah. I assume the dog made it.
Yeah, I would hope so. Oh my God. Do you think Jennifer held on to the dog leash?
They'd probably hang around. Your dogs wouldn't. One of mine wouldn't.
I think Chip might hang around.
Yeah, Chip would probably stay around
And she'd
Chella would
like
be
lay
gone.
with me, like, pat my belly. And I'd be like, bitch, my hands are duct tape.
She would just be rolling on top of you.
Yeah,
Like, why aren't you petting me?
Can't breathe. Rolling around on Jamie.
Oh, God.
So they don't know who would kill Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly, in the weeks and everything after his death, Jennifer's family and friends and the entire community really came around and surrounded her and supported her. And they put together a GoFundMe page and raised like $60,000 in funds.
Holy shit.
They also had like the neighborhood put together like a meal train, like somebody made her a meal every fucking night for like 3 months or something. Like they were really going all out and
Baby
taking really good
girl.
care of her and her daughter.
Yeah.
I think it was a daughter.
Oh, I forgot they had a kid.
I know, super sad, right?
Oh, God.
Jennifer used the GoFundMe money to throw this like giant funeral for Jamie. And I guess it was like unlike any funeral anybody had seen. Like there were literally like party favors and shit for people
What?
to take. Like it was very extravagant. I know, kind of weird, right?
Kind of want it. I like it.
I know, but like here's a matchbook to remember me by.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Burn it when I'm taking a shit in the bathroom and I'll be like, oh, remember that dude that was super cool?
Lighting one from a homie.
Yeah, burning my farts off. Honestly, if matchbooks are handed out at my funeral, I hope that's what they get used for. Like, fuck candles.
Yeah. Just getting
fuck
rid of
cigarettes.
farts.
Yeah, just getting rid of farts. Be a little part of my spirit every time. Just
Yeah. Stacey hated farts. Please dispose of yours.
oh my gosh. Okay, so big funeral, right?
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, investigators are talking to everyone in the neighborhood, and they realize that a lot of the neighbors had Ring cameras and shit. It's 2020.
Oh, yeah.
So they go through it all, and they're actually able to like see some footage from that morning. Now, I don't think they actually get the crime. Like, I think it was kind of happened in between rings, but there is footage of like one neighbor hearing gunshots, stepping out, and then seeing the assailant like run towards the man. And the owner of the house, ran inside to go grab his gun. It's fucking Texas,
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
then,
I don't know why he was walking his dog without a gun.
he might have been, and then just got fucking taken out instantly.
Wasn't
like,
ready.
shit, out of nowhere, man. And then, like, on Jamie and Jennifer's ring, you could see them leaving and hear the sounds of the gunshots, and it's literally like 30 seconds after they left the house. It's
Oh.
right a fucking way.
God.
They also have like grainy footage of the black truck pulling away, and they notice that it has a decal in the back window in the shape of a T. And they're thinking like, oh, like some sort of Texas sporting whatever, right?
Mhm.
That I did not take down the name, like Texas Rangers. I don't know what event, what sport it would be. Yeah. Anyway, so
Titans.
they have a clue. Like
Yeah.
there's in the bottom, I don't know, left or right side of the window, there's a T.
A clue.
A clue.
This is very reminiscent of another story you told way back in the day.
I know.
Of someone
Actually, I
getting
was
shot,
like, is
like-
this the story I've already told? Except for it was an American Airlines person. So.
Yeah. I was like, the only thing I could think different is that there wasn't a witness to it or like another person.
Are you talking
right
about when
there.
the lady was doing the yard sale and the truck came up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking too. And I'm like, no, it's just the same story.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they get grainy footage of that truck. And then around this time, Jennifer gets on the news and she's like sobbing and saying like, hey, we have some information. There's a black truck with a T in the window. If you know of anybody that has that truck, please come forward. Be on the lookout.
Girl,
If you see something, say something.
I would be so afraid to.
Show your face.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Like-
Not why, but I mean, like, why did they attack
Yeah.
Jamie? And why was I okay? And,
Yeah.
like, am I afraid to be in my house right now? Like, I want to
Yeah.
fucking leave.
Like, they obviously know where you live, and if they don't want you out here spilling information or whatever, then
Right?
they're going to take
You out
care
too.
of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like
No,
that.
she went on there.
That's
She
brave.
did that shit.
But also, it's kind of a weird thing to put out to the public because I feel like I would just peel that off my truck. Like,
Like, you're just giving away
what you know.
the identifying factor.
Uh-huh. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't have a T on my truck.
Yeah, get some goo gone.
Literally a razor blade, and
Yeah.
now you don't have it.
I
It's
know,
10 minutes
right?
later.
Yeah. So 2 months go by without any real updates on the case until
Okay.
January of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Police arrest a man by the name of Darren Lopez,
Mm-hmm.
and they charge him with Jamie's murder.
Darren.
Darren,
What's Darren doing?
let me tell you about Darren.
Yeah.
As it turns out,
Mm-hmm.
Darren was Jennifer's high school sweetheart
Nuh-uh.
and prom date.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I will not get the fuck out of here. Remember, Jennifer and Jamie have been married for 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like, this is real past relationship.
Yeah.
Okay?
She didn't recognize him?
That's kind of weird, right?
He had black eyes?
Kind of fucking weird.
Hmm.
So, Darren was also a Green Beret in the Army, and he served in 6 tours in Iraq. And he had
Jesus.
actually suffered a traumatic brain injury when he was hit with an explosive while he was on one of the tours.
Oh, God.
He had earned a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star. So he was like a decorated war hero.
Yeah.
Right? Darren was living in Cumberland Furnace, Tennessee.
Okay.
Cumberland Furnace.
Cumberland Furnace. Is
I'm
that
sure-
one word or two?
2. I'm sure somebody lives there, but like those 2 words together make a city.
Yeah.
It's weird.
What is a Cumberland?
I don't know, but it comes with a furnace.
Oh, that's my Cumberland furnace.
What is a sesame?
We never gave it a chance to grow.
It's a way to open shit.
R.I.P. Mitch.
Okay, so he was living in Tennessee, and he was the father to 3 daughters and 2 stepdaughters, and he had just separated from his wife. So he had a whole fucking family in Tennessee, whole life. Out of nowhere, Darren shows up in Texas, kills Jamie, tries to take Jennifer's rings, and leaves.
Yeah.
Detectives had learned that Jennifer and Darren had reconnected online shortly after the pandemic in 2020. So this all happened in October. Pandemic, we shut down in like March, right?
Yeah.
So after only a few days of communication, the pair began to profess their love for each other.
Get the fuck
What?
out of here.
What?
To your high school fling?
Right? And they were communicating so often that they averaged between this time from those couple of months, from like, I'm guessing March-ish till October, they averaged 500 messages to each other, like either text or
A day?
email. A day.
Oh my
A
God.
fucking day. I don't even think all my shit combined make 500 a day.
I don't think I could get a solid 500 a week.
Oh my God.
That's including you.
I know. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
So Jennifer didn't tell anybody about her online affair except for one longtime friend that she had. She sent one message like saying, oh, I don't know all of it. I'm paraphrasing here, but basically saying like, I'm involved in a hot love affair with Darren. Okay?
Okay. It's
So-
really weird to describe it as a hot love affair.
A hot emotional affair is what she described it as.
Yeah.
So after a little while, Jennifer began making false claims to Darren, saying that Jamie was physically abusive towards her. Shortly after that, Darren began to receive threatening emails from Jamie saying that he knew about the affair and that he would sexually and physically abuse Jennifer if Darren didn't stop communicating with her.
Whoa, that's a really... Was it from Jennifer?
Well, that's a big twist. I'm going to tell you who it was from. In some of these emails Darren received from Jamie, there would be photos included of Jennifer with various injuries and bruises and shit. And those were claimed to have been from the abuse of Jamie.
And Jamie allegedly sending these?
Mm-hmm. I guess some of the details in the emails about the abuse were so sick and twisted that when detectives were reading this shit, they were like, holy fucking shit. Like, what kind of mindset is this person in to come up with these, like, sadistic abuses?
ways?
And they were, like, sexual shit, you know? Like, they never described it, but, like, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, wow, okay.
See, I don't think that... This doesn't feel like it comes from Jamie.
Honestly, I think you're onto something.
I feel like it comes from someone wanting to instigate someone else into
Murdering her
an
husband for her.
action. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm a little skeptical here, Jen.
Are you? Okay. So Darren immediately advised Jennifer, after all of these messages, right?
Yeah.
That she needs to go to the police and have Jamie arrested for all of the abuse. Like, you're not safe. You need to get out of there.
Yeah.
But Jennifer claimed that she didn't want her daughter to see her father get arrested.
Okay.
So she wasn't willing to do that. Jennifer even gave Darren a family friend's email. The family friend's name was Rob. And said, like, Rob's aware of all of the abuse. Can you contact him on my behalf to try to help?
And this is an email that she gave him
Mm-hmm.
for like Rob Johnson at yahoo.com.
Yahoo.
Oh, your poor voice.
So sad. So, exactly. Gives Rob Johnson's email.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, can you ask him for help?
Yeah.
It's-
And Rob was like, oh, I know all about the abuse. Let me detail it for you.
Oh, let me help. Exactly. And so Darren's talking to Jamie, Jennifer, and Rob. It seemed that the abuse had kind of stopped for a short period of time, according to their communication. But then Darren received an email from that family friend, Rob, saying that the abuse had started again.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, Jennifer started to tell Darren that the only way that she was going to get out of this abuse is if Jamie were dead.
Mm.
On October 8th, 2020, Darren drove. This is the morning that Jamie died. Okay, I'm
Okay.
going to tell you about what actually happened here.
Okay.
On October 8th, 2020, Darren had driven from Tennessee to Texas, all while using his GPS on his phone.
Mm-hmm. So tracking it 100% of the way.
It's mapped out perfectly.
Yeah.
And like his credit card, fucking charges and shit match up with like security footage at gas stations and his GPS. Like it's triangulated.
Like, it's all him.
You're there.
Yeah.
It's you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So he arrived in Jamie and Jennifer's neighborhood at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, my God.
And then he fucking camped out in a vacant home in the neighborhood, just waiting for them to go on the morning walk. So that's like 5 hours of just sitting there.
Did
Five-
she know it was going to happen that day?
Yes. Yes.
That's fucked up.
Now, all the articles I read never directly come out and say it, but she is like encouraging him to kill him. So I don't know. I guess I don't know if she knew it was going to happen that morning. I can't say yes to that.
Yeah.
I think so, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah. Well, if they're sending 500 messages a day, it's probably like, and now I'm in Amarillo or wherever the fuck.
Sure, exactly. So that I'm thinking that like for sure she knew.
Yeah.
But also it'd be kind of convenient to not know if you're going to act the part.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
wouldn't
genuinely
wanna
be
know.
surprised. Yeah.
But that's like PTSD too.
This whole thing is just PTSD.
Yeah.
So as soon as Darren saw the couple leave, he ran out and shot Jamie, and then he fled back home to Tennessee again, using the GPS the entire time. On the day of Jamie's murder, Jennifer consented to having her phone searched by the police, and Jennifer had deleted all of her messages. She had like factory reset her phone or some shit.
Yeah. They can still get those.
Oh, they can, but like, so I don't think that she had actually factory reset her phone, but she definitely deleted all the message that she had sent to and from Darren.
Mm-hmm.
So like there was no history of Darren and her messages when the police were searching, but they did find that one random message to her friend saying, I'm having an emotional affair with a man named Darren. So then they searched her contacts for Darren and they found his fucking email address, phone number, house number, like her goddamn Rolodex had everything in it.
Uh-huh.
So they immediately were like, all right, let's look at Darren. Like,
And
that's how
they-
they figured all this out. But they didn't let Jennifer know that they had known that his name was Darren and that she was a suspect, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were just like, thanks for letting us look in your phone and thanks for being so honest to us, So this whole time that she's getting all this, like, help and going out on the media and asking for help and stuff, she's not cleared as a suspect.
She is still suspect
The whole
number
time.
one. Yeah.
And in fact, they uncover messages between her and Darren where she's like, can you believe this shit? The insurance won't give me my money for his life insurance because I'm not cleared as a suspect. And she called the police and like chewed out the lead investigator and was like, how dare you suspect me? Like, clear me so I can get my money and move on with my life. Like she's like getting in the way of the investigation. The fucking balls you have to do that when you're
Yeah.
clearly involved. Like she thought she was good. You
Oh
know?
my God.
So now police have all of Darren's information, right? And they look up his DMV records. They see that he owns a black Toyota Tundra.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do like surveillance of his fucking property or some shit. And they see it has a white T in the window. They're like, oh my God, okay, we totally found it. And
How
then,
convenient.
And then they also found in all the deleted message that they recovered that Jennifer had sent him a message after the day that she did that like plea to the public for help for looking for a truck with a T in the window. She sent him a message saying, I really think you need to remove that T in your window. And then the next day he replied, sticker done. And she was like, yay, I'm so happy and elated or something like that. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
$60,000 in GoFundMe.
Ugh.
Okay, let me tell you what she
And
was
a
doing.
party for a funeral?
Yeah.
That's a different taste in your mouth.
Oh, that's a different taste in your mouth.
Like, I want my funeral to be a party, but not thrown by the person
Who murdered you?
organized my murder.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
Awful. Oh my gosh. So on January 11th, 2020, Darren was arrested after a routine traffic stop, right? Like once they know they got their guy and everything, they just stop him on a routine traffic stop and they arrest him. But they had timed it perfectly to ask Jennifer to come into police station for questioning at the same time so that she wouldn't hear through the news that somebody had been arrested, right? At this time, she still thinks she's cleared as a suspect, but the police have like all this information, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't think they had recovered the text messages yet because they have to like arrest her first to be able to do that. I don't know that they had a warrant to actually pull her phone records or whatever, but they had enough information to be able to say, okay, Darren is a suspect, come arrest him, and then let's pull her in for questioning.
Yeah.
Before this interview, Jennifer had told Darren to factory reset his phone. And I don't know if it was like a, hey, come in tomorrow for an interview. And she's like, okay, I'm coming in at 2:00. Please factory reset your phone. I'm going to do the same thing. But Darren never did.
Oh, I love it when criminals are dumb.
Exactly. So I think that's how the police actually uncovered all of the information was from Darren's phone.
Oh, geez.
Not actually from Jennifer's phone.
Yeah.
She factory reset that shit, I guess. Okay, anyway.
Which is also fucking suspicious, but okay.
But she factory reset it at the very end of all of this, not when she gave the police her phone. She had just deleted the messages then. So that's how they were able to get like the friend information and everything.
Yeah.
You know, like that friend text and his information.
Well, that's just not being thorough.
Oh my God. So investigators question Jennifer, but obviously she doesn't give anything more. And at the time, all they could charge her for was obstruction of justice for deleting messages, you know, because now they have evidence that she deleted the messages, and for lying to the police saying that they don't know who would want to hurt Jamie. So she gets arrested for obstruction of justice. As the investigators start to dig into the case and obtain warrants and stuff to search Jennifer's computers and phones and all of that, they discovered that she was the one who was emailing Darren from all these different email accounts. So she was pretending to be Jamie and pretending to be the family friend Rob.
Shocking.
She's the one making up all these fucking stories. She was basically priming Darren to kill Jamie for her.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Do you think she even liked Jamie or Darren?
No.
Or it was like using him
I think she was using him.
to get out of this marriage
Marriage.
with Jamie?
Yeah, I'll
Pretty
tell you
fucked up.
why.
You know what else works?
What?
Divorce.
Just divorcing, and I know. I'll tell you why I don't think that she actually loved him in a minute.
Okay.
So they also discovered that Jennifer had spent all of the GoFundMe money within months of receiving it, and she was using it as a sort of hush money for Darren. So like Darren was, I guess, in hard times or whatever, and she gave him a couple credit cards and was like, there's no limit, use as much as you want, like I got you, basically keeping him close, right? Like
Yeah.
whatever you need, let me know. She like paid for airline tickets for his family, for his daughters and shit. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah. And I think her plan was to use this insurance money for all of that to like help keep him quiet too. But she used the GoFundMe in the first
Yeah.
2 months, you know?
Oh my God.
So once they recovered all of this information, the police were able to charge Jennifer with the use of interstate commerce in the commission of a murder for hire, which comes with a death penalty.
Oh.
So it's a very serious crime.
Oh shit. And this is Texas. They don't give a fuck.
She definitely ended up taking a plea deal so
Yeah.
that she could get death off the table.
That she didn't die.
Exactly. And she ended up with life in prison because she fucking for sure had her husband murdered.
See, the other thing is, you just fucked your kid too.
You didn't want to see him get arrested? Like, homie. That's what you claimed, was you didn't want your daughter to see him get arrested.
Yeah,
You let your daughter see him get shot.
Yeah.
What the
And just to
fuck?
live through that trauma, and then now
Lose
your
your dad.
mom is in
prison
prison
for life?
for doing that to your dad.
That
Like,
poor kid.
that poor kid's gonna be like, what kind of person am I? Like, who
Well,
did
and
I
not
come
only that,
from?
but Darren's fucking 5 daughters or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck's gonna take care of him? Like, what the hell?
That's not very good foresight or whatever.
It's very selfish.
Yes.
Yeah. So Darren pleaded not guilty to murder and took the stand in July of 2023.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He expressed great remorse for murdering Jamie.
Yeah.
He's like, hold up. I was misled this whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought he was a terrible fucking person.
thought I was a terrible person. I kill people in Iraq all the fucking time. Like, to
this
me,
is just one more.
this was
terrible
like
person to get rid
protecting
of.
somebody I love. I
Yeah.
was misled. Like, was it right? No, but it's not like, I don't think I shouldn't get life in prison. I'm not going to admit to this like crime of murder when there's so much more to it. Right?
Yeah. That makes sense.
jurors found him guilty because he did kill Jamie.
Yeah.
And he received 62 years in prison, and he's currently trying to appeal that. I guess it came out in trial that Jennifer had tried to get another ex-boyfriend to murder Jamie prior to getting Darren. That's why I don't think she was actually in love with him.
What?
So she had another ex-boyfriend, and she told him all the same stuff. And he was interviewed, and he was like, I wanted to murder Jamie. Like, I was so mad at all the things that he was doing to Jennifer, but I just don't have it in me, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to, and I'd get really mad, but I never actually did it. And so...
Oh, my God.
Investigators suspect that she reached out to Darren because he's fully capable of murder,
Yeah.
you know, and also had a fucking head injury.
Yeah.
Like, traumatic brain injury. Like, come on.
Yeah. That might
She
be
had the
someone she
perfect
could
murder weapon. Yeah.
manipulate. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, he wasn't unfamiliar with murder. If there's going to be somebody you're going to hire for murder, essentially, is what she did,
Yeah.
then that would be the guy. And that's all I have.
Oh, my God.
Poor Jamie, man. Just
Poor
trying to take
Jamie.
his dogs to take a dookie in the morning.
And poor Darren.
Actually, I do feel really bad for Darren too, but like also you can't just go shooting people. But I don't know what kind of brain injury. Maybe it like makes it so you can't make
Rational.
sound decisions. But
Yeah.
for sure, there's got to be PTSD in there, and I can't make sound decisions with PTSD.
Honestly. I feel really bad for him, if only because, like, yeah, you can't go around murdering people, but he was manipulated into it. And
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is really mean and judgmental, but there's like a picture of Jamie and Jennifer together.
Uh-huh.
It's not like she's some like hot piece of ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. She's just an average person.
Yeah, maybe she was really, really nice to everybody.
Doesn't sound like it.
I know. And then she's the one who mapped out these horrific like rape scenes or whatever that like investigators were horrified by.
Yeah. That's really sad.
I know, isn't it? Oh my God.
I feel so bad for Jamie and the daughter.
It's fucked up. I'm glad she didn't get her insurance money.
Honestly. Yeah, she would have spent it all.
Yeah. Anyway, and then she was like fucking playing the whole part. Why did he try to steal her rings? That's so weird. Just to try to make it look like
Something else.
it was a robbery
Yeah.
gone wrong. I don't know.
It's a really targeted robbery.
fucking weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a robbery.
Why'd you kill him?
Yeah,
Just so you can get her rings? Oh, and her rings weren't worth anything. It's not like she had very expensive rings.
Yeah. And also, why couldn't he get them?
I don't know.
If I was being attacked by someone and they tried to get my rings, I'd be like, I'll get it.
Yeah, like ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, hang on, let
Mine
me
are
do
all-
it.
My rings are like swollen on my hands now. So
Yeah.
I'm fatter than I was when I got married.
I got mine resized because I was like,
Oh, did you?
yeah, I was like, this is uncomfortable. And I have to be able to take them off. Like,
Yeah.
mentally, I freak out if I
Yeah.
can't.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I can on like cold days, but like right now my hands are hot.
Yeah.
I can't pull that shit off.
Oh, I could totally. get
Also,
that
I
shit
can
off
like
right now.
pull my finger around and it's all small underneath it.
Yeah, it's all small under there.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my story.
That's intense.
It's fucking intense. So if you guys want to check out pictures pertaining to our case, go to our social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, not Twitter, X, Threads. You can email us. Nope, our handle is at ISGD Podcast. You can email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com or snail mail us at.
P.O. Box 2764?
Sounds right.
What's the address? P.O. Box 276. I think it's 2764. Fuck, I've said it every day.
You got it.
Or
It's
every
like when they
week.
ask you how old you are or what's your fucking address
Yeah.
and you're panicking.
Suddenly, I don't know. P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 9197.
9.
There you go.
And then before we sign off, I want to let you guys know of a new podcast.
Oh?
Actually, I want us to add the promo to the end of this because it's on a case that we covered
Oh.
for Leon Laureles. I had covered the case, I think, about Leon was murdered on the side of the road and he was targeted because he was gay. And I think it was in Texas and it was a very Christian town or something. See, listen now, I can't even remember all the details.
Was
That's
it
what
the
you
one
need.
where the car was, like, found?
On, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and I don't remember what episode it was, but you guys should go check out this podcast. It's put on by Leon's family member, actually.
Oh.
So we want to help spread the word and help spread awareness on his case and hopefully get some justice for that. And it's called Box in the Basement.
Love it.
So go look it up, go check it out, and here's the promo. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
There are over 200,000 unsolved homicides in the United States justice system right now. And many of those cases haven't seen the light of day in years, decades in some instances. The case files and evidence are sitting in a box on a dusty shelf in a basement, forgotten by law enforcement and the media, while the families and friends left behind wait for answers and fight for justice. Sometimes there is nobody left to remember or to speak up on behalf of the victim. I'm Arlene.
And I'm Leah. And that is exactly what Box in the Basement sets out to do. To shine a light on those forgotten victims and to bring attention to unsolved murders and disappearances. We want to help families tell their stories, and we want to assist the families and friends of victims find the resources and support they need to continue their fight for justice. Join us every Wednesday for new episodes of Box in the Basement, wherever you find your podcasts.